Alright, Smell Good family, y'all have been requesting this video. I do it once a year, and finally we are here to get it done. Alright, so of course I speak on my wife a lot throughout videos and live streams. She participates heavily in live streams, and every year since I've started this YouTube channel, she has given her top 10 most sexiest fragrances on me, like the things that she loves on me the most. And we are here now. There's some entries that are no longer here. They're kind of like in the Hall of Fame, like Bleu de Chanel, Parfum, and Aqua de Joe Absolu. Those have been on here since the beginning. There's one constant that's still here, some new stuff. I was surprised by a couple of her picks and not surprised by some of her picks. All right, so here we go. This is Mrs. Hicks, top 10 fragrances on your boy that she loves to smell on me and compliment me and really enjoy. And it was hard for her to do. She had fragrances everywhere, trying to get a collective 10. So here we are, Mrs. Hicks 2025, most sexiest fragrances in my collection that she loves on your boy. All right, let's get to today's video. YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell Good family, hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and most importantly, it is positive vibes only. All right, so as I stated in the intro, we are here for Mrs. Hicks's top 10 sexiest fragrances that she loves on me and my entire collection. And I have fun doing this video. I like watching her kind of move around, trying to figure things out and get a 10 together. So she has them. Let's go ahead and dive in. And y'all asked for this video, especially a lot of the ladies. A lot of the ladies want to know what my wife loves on me. You know, what does your wife think? What does your wife think? So maybe this will give them more kind of an insight to maybe just that. It should. Now, of course, she loves more, but we're going to start with 10. All right, so here's a mainstay that I have been just flat out threatened to not wear if she ain't around. This is not a fragrance that she wants me wearing if she ain't around. From the house of Navitus Parfums, we have Vivamor. Navitus Parfums Vivamor. Beautiful blend of Creed Aventus and Baccarat Rouge 540. It's just something about that pineapple, saffron, burnt sugar style combo that she just loves. The very first time that I wore this, and she, she made it clear immediately, like, whoa, what is that? Kept smelling me, complimented me, and then that quickly turned in, hey, don't wear that without me. So this is a fragrance I really feature around our anniversary time, which is coming up in August. I wear this on nights out when we go on vacation, just to kind of I guess memories and a lot of things are associated with this fragrance. It's a very attractive, sexy fragrance, and she loves it on me and makes it known. So from the house of Navitus Parfums, we're talking Vivamor, which has been on this list the last 2 years. So she's still holding tight with this one. All right, up next, let's get it out the way. It should be no surprise if you have been following along on this channel over literally the past year. She fell in love with this at first sniff, and let it be known immediately upon me spraying it, getting ready to go out to dinner. From the house of Sospiro, we're talking Dolce Melodia. This has been a fragrance that has been constantly in conversation ever since I've got it. Again, salute to my guy Tazo, man, for putting me on to this, and my wife absolutely loves it. All right, I remember a live stream where she was letting Tazo know be ready to possibly be the next godfather of a child. All right, but just her love and admiration for this fragrance is very, very unique, and it is probably one of the most explosive compliments and experiences that I have enjoyed with her feeling a certain way about a fragrance. All right, so this is just one of them for sure, and she loves this one. I think this is her #1 overall right now, and it's just fire, man. The pear, the citrus, the florals. To me, it is just an absolute stunning fragrance. And my wife, believe it or not, she doesn't wear this. This is something like off of me that just gets her undivided attention over and over and over again. So I do make a point of being very strategic, intentional when I wear this fragrance, like on her birthday dinner night, anniversary time, you know, specific date nights that were going on, especially during the summer and the spring. Yeah, this is one. And we've been talking about it a lot from the house of Sospiro. We're talking Dolce Melodia. Of course, it had to be here if you've been rocking out in this channel for a little while. All right, up next, a brand new entry, brand new entry. And I was surprised immediately. This is another first time spraying it, first time wearing it, and I was headed to work, and she just found a spot in my neck. But this is a fragrance that she also loves for her. Immediately she smelled it on me first, and she was just in love with it, still is, and made it here. From the house of Dunan, yes, we have one of the newer fragrances from the house. We have Unseen. Dunan Unseen. Now this is one of their more sexier fragrances for sure. This cashmere, clean linen, creamy, silky, smooth texture to this fragrance. She loves it. She's also a fan of cashmere, and this is, at least on my skin, it makes a grand appearance for sure. So this is one that when I first smelled it, I was like, yo, this is very sexy, very cozy, an intimate, really hidden gem in the community. Simplistic a bit, but the way that it is blended and the way that it is crafted and the notes that are in here and what comes to life is very, very sexy stuff. So was surprised, but not surprised, because she, I can tell if my wife really loves something on me. She makes her way to me. She's smelling right up under my neck. She's like grabbing on my shoulders. What is that? What are you wearing? She's like engaged immediately, no matter what she's doing. If she picks it up, she's letting me know for sure. And this has been one that she's been in love with. So I got a lot of thinking to do of what I'm going to be bringing on vacation here in August when we go celebrate our wedding anniversary. But this is one for sure that she has made it known recently that she's a fan. From the house of Dunan, we have Unseen. Very sexy fragrance, a real true gem. A lot of people don't know about this one. I encourage you to sample. Like I said, warm, a little warm, cozy, clean, this kind of creamy, silky texture to the fragrance, and really the cashmere really shines here. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. All right. Up next, all right, another mainstay in her favorites. From the house of now Rabanne, we have the great 1 Million Lucky. She loves this, and she said this ain't going nowhere. Like this, she ain't ready to put this in the Hall of Fame. She ain't ready to put this in the Wall of Honor. She ain't ready to do none of that. And this has been one where it's just been a constant, a constant thing in my collection. Now, admittedly, I haven't worn this in quite some time. So for her to still, and now she's going off muscle memory with this one. And I'm going to wear this again soon. We got a lot of stuff coming up. We're going to be getting out and enjoying each other's time here, for sure. But the plum, the hazelnut, the honey, it's just one of those fragrances that are an absolute hit. The 1 Million series is iconic. Pick one, and everybody has their reasons for loving it. But this is my favorite of all time, and this is Mrs. Hicks' favorite of all time. And it's just something about it. It has that kind of that sex appeal, that gourmand ability here, but it's just it's something when you're well groomed and you're well dressed and you have on a fragrance like this that's going to perform, and it's going to give off a certain type of vibe. You're just going to get certain reactions, fellas. You're just going to get certain reactions, and I have with this fragrance. I'm halfway done with this bottle. I've had this bottle for about 4 years now. Yeah, about 4 years. and Mrs. Hicks still loves it. From the house of Rabanne, we have 1 Million Lucky. One time thought to be discontinued or headed that way, but luckily it is still around. Good. All right. Up next, when it gets cold outside, and I put this on. This is top 10 of my entire collection. But for Mrs. Hicks, it's just something about this DNA where she's just kind of like, how was this made? Like she gets, she asks a lot of questions when it comes to this particular DNA, and she loves it off of me. I always get the like type of reaction when I wear this fragrance. From the house of Argos, we have Bacchus, the EDP. Bacchus, the EDP. Man, that juice has gotten super dark ever since I got this bottle, and I've had my bottle, I don't know, about maybe 2 years, almost 2 years now, and this is just one of the greatest tobacco fragrances of all time. The feature of that white peach in here is stellar. The spices, the spicy, sweet, dynamic with the fragrance. The tobacco is leading the way. High quality, high level, elite. This is the workhorse of the house from Argos. Argos has a great line of fragrances, and Christian doesn't miss. But this is the flagship that the people have spoken, and this is the flagship of Argos, and it is fantastic. There is an extrait version, and it's an incredible, but this one right here is right in the sweet spot for Mrs. Hicks and myself. So this is one of those kind of show out fragrances when we're going out and it's colder. And the fall is my favorite time of year. I also love the winter. I like the layer and wear the pea coats and the jackets and all that stuff, man. So this is a great fragrance for that, and she loves it. From the house of Argos, we have Bacchus. Bacchus. This stuff is incredible, man. Great performance, sexy stuff. All right, up next, Mrs. Hicks was blown away by this particular fragrance, and it was a hunt. She was trying to get this for me as a gift at some point, but it was sold out for quite a while, and I was able to secure it in stock on a random Tuesday, just sitting around doing a little shopping on the internet. All right, but this one right here is absolutely sensational. Plum and Cognac. Woods, Plum and Cognac. Wow, one of the very best plum fragrances that you'll ever get your nose on. Boozy, vanilla, sweet, spicy, dark, fruity, juicy plum. I know there's some other like old batch, old barrel batch or whatever, I don't know, but I know it's some extra out there. Look, some of y'all have asked me, have I smelled it? No, I haven't, and I'm good. If I get a chance to smell it, cool, but this is more than enough. This is a fragrance that me and my wife both smelled together for the first time on a What's in the Bag episode on a live stream, and we were blown away. Shout out to the Bishop, Jared Miller, for coming through with this sample and leading to a full bottle purchase. This stuff is sexy. It is grown. It is mature. It is early evenings and late nights type of vibe. Cigar lounge, very intimate dinner, very sexy stuff with this fragrance. Another intentional fragrance. When I wear this, the intent is there. All right, we're being grown tonight. We're being grown tonight, and we're going to have a good time. The wine is flowing. We're being very, very upscale, classé. Just being sexy. That's what's going on when Plum and Cognac gets rolled out, at least in my world. And my wife absolutely loves it. From the house of Woods, we have Plum and Cognac. This is a 10 out of 10 banger for sure. You love Plum, you're into Plum, and you ain't got Plum and Cognac, I don't know if you love Plum. I don't know if you do. All right. Up next, this is one that has been a mainstay for Mrs. Hicks ever since arrival. I've had this for almost going on, I think, 3 years now. And this is one of the more sexier fragrances in my collection. And during the springtime, this gets featured the most. I mean, a lot. I took this on vacation last year for our anniversary dinner. This is what I wore on our anniversary dinner last year. And she was, she was happy about that for sure. From the house of Kajal, we have Lamar. I know that I know that Kajal has a lot of fragrances out there that are now getting tons of hype, and rightfully so. And I haven't smelled those fragrances or experienced them. But this one right here, to me, this is the standard. This is the standard. This is a beautiful fragrance, man. Occasions for date night and getaways and just wanting to be fly and really take advantage of an opportunity to, you know, create a memory. That's what this fragrance is all about. Red berries, saffron, a little pineapple in here as well. The spicy element from the saffron just blends well with the fruity aspects of this fragrance. It's a great performer, and just the DNA itself, you could just tell it was just carefully crafted, man. I mean, at least in my thoughts, like the experience of creating this had to be very delicate. Like it had to be, and for my wife to always recognize his profile. She always recognizes it. Like even if she's in the other room and I'm getting ready over here and I put it on and my bottle's kind of tucked away, she picks it up. She comes right over, hand on chest, hand on shoulder, hand on back of my head, and just was like, getting that, you smell great, like immediately. This is one of the fragrances where it's an immediate conversation or an immediate moment, and going to be keeping this close for sure because she loves it, and I do too. All right, from the house of Kajal, we have the beautiful Lamar. The beautiful Lamar. Like I said, it's going to be a hard decision on what I'm going to be bringing on vacation this year for our anniversary trip. All right, up next, this is another one that just flat out she loves. Flat out, she loves how it smells. I've worn this on several date nights during the spring and the summer. Now kind of opened up the bottle and I wear it to work now, casual days. And it's just one of those great versatile fragrances, especially during the warmer months for me. But this is another profile that she just appreciates. She loves it. And every time I wear it, I always get like these text messages from her, you know, about the scent and how good I smell and just, you know, what is that? And it's funny because this is a fragrance she never knows the name, but she always recognizes the profile. So when I tell her what it is, she's like, oh, okay, every time. And I've had this bottle for a few years now. From the house of Nishane, we're talking Wulong Cha. Wulong Cha is a new entry, in her top 10, but she's been loving this one for quite some time. And again, if me and her are going out on a Saturday, grandma's got the grandbabies, we're going to do some shopping, we're going to get a lunch, we're going to, you know, vibe out and chill, just enjoy the day. This is a fragrance that I wear. If we're going for an early dinner during the spring and the summer, this is something that I wear. I'm not saying it can be a casual scent, but when I step out of the house, I'm not ever in a situation where you know, I'm not representing. I'm just not. And when me and my wife go, like, it's a beautiful restaurant out here we like to go to, where it's a chill environment. They got some nice music going. The food is really, really good. You got other couples in there. Everybody just kind of kicking and not taking it real serious tonight. We just catching the vibe, like on a Friday evening. Long week with the kids. You know, you get a break and get out for a little bit. You know, you might be throwing on a nice pair of jeans, a nice button up or a nice t-shirt, nice ball cap, nice sneakers. You know, you're keeping it fly. It's a fly, chill, sexy, cool type of night. Here you go. And this is a fragrance that my wife responds to. Like, this is a response fragrance. And of course, looking at your boy, because I'm keeping it together, you feel me? From the house of Nishane, she loves this one, man, and she has for years. We're talking Wulong Cha. Wulong Cha, a great, versatile, everyday wear fragrance, beautiful tea notes, citruses, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, two more, and I am not surprised that this is also a new entry to her top 10 based off a particular night last summer. All right, from the house of Nazar fragrances, she loves Drip. Drip from Nazar fragrances. This is a date night exclusive for me. Oh my goodness, I only wear this date night. And this is a fragrance that she doesn't wear, and it does lean a bit feminine due to the raspberries and the florals that are in this fragrance. But don't get it twisted, fellas. This is definitely a fragrance that if you can pull it off, you can pull it off. And this is one that I have no problem with. very sexy fragrance on a summer's date night. And again, going to a dope spot that we went to last year, I wore this fragrance for the very first time, and she just could not stop talking about this fragrance at all. I mean, during dinner, she's in mid-conversation and stops, and I don't know, I guess the wind or a waft from somebody walking by allows the fragrance to reach her nose, and she's stopping mid-conversation, like, you smell so good, that's crazy, like over and over again. And it helped create a memory for sure, and helped create many memories wearing this fragrance, where even the next morning, like, the fragrance was still on me, and she just was like wow, it's still there, like she's smelling my chest and all that, like the next morning, my neck the next morning, it's still there. Hell of a performer, beautifully crafted. Terrence does a great job over at Nazar Fragrance, but this is one of his more sexier fragrances, attention getter fragrances. And for the right type of environment that you're in, you know, we're sitting in a beautiful restaurant, dim lighting, close encounter. Again, fellas, you gotta be groomed, you gotta take care of yourselves, you gotta be dressed well, you gotta be, you know, your beard gotta be cool, your nails, all that. Yo, step out looking like something, and watch how she reacts to you. Don't think it's good enough just to be there. It ain't, guys. You know, you gotta put in a little bit of work. And just a little secret, always date your partner, especially if you're married. Keep dating your wife. Your wife keep dating your husband. Just see how that continues to thrive in your marriage. I'm not a counselor, I'm just telling you what I know, all right? And Drip is a fragrance that created a memory of the very first time that I wore it out, and it was an excellent night, and I keep this close, especially when we're going out. From the House of Nazar, she loves this on me though. She don't wear this, she loves it on me. From the House of Nazar, we have Drip. Beautiful, that raspberry in here, like I think there's some cashmere and some white florals, some vanilla. It's outstanding, sexy stuff for sure. All right, and last but not least, a new entry. This is newer to my collection, and she literally, and I was surprised. I did not know if she was gonna rock with this or not, but she did. From the House of Xerjoff, she apparently loves this fragrance and complimented me throughout the day. From the House of Xerjoff, we're talking Renaissance. Renaissance from the House of Xerjoff. Yes, Mrs. Hicks is a fan. The citrus, green, fresh, and clean aspect of this fragrance is stellar. A profile like this is something that she normally doesn't really engage in when I have like on a clean scent. Sometimes when I'm leaving for work, she'll be like, you know, you look nice, smell nice, you know, something like that. But not really engaging. This is kind of the first fresh and clean, citrusy green style scent that she has, you know, fallen in love with. And just when she was picking up the fragrances last night, before the recording of this video, she just kind of was sitting on the floor, just somehow, just smelling the fragrance. Oh, it's so good. She said, I kept looking at that bottle. And she ended up saying, yeah, this got to be here. It's new to the top 10. It got to be here. So the first time I wore this was to work. I was leaving for work, and I was coming out of our bathroom, and the fragrance performs. It's filling the air, and I go to give her a hug and a kiss before work, and I'm not able to kind of get away from her, like, you know, because it's time to go, and she really wasn't trying to let me go like that. I'm just kind of enjoying this fragrance. So some difference of opinions on this fragrance in the community, and I get it, but for me in my house, this is a banger, this is a winner. And I've said this before, the greatest citrus opening of a fragrance that I've ever smelled, and my wife absolutely loves this one. So this is the only really freshy on this list. You have fresher fragrances like Wulong Cha, Dolce Melodia might be considered a more fresher fragrance, but this style of scent, nah, she don't really go down. She don't really get down like that with the freshies, but she loves this one. From the House of Xerjoff, we're talking Renaissance. Beautiful citrus, beautiful fragrance, outstanding. All right, so there you have it, guys. That is Mrs. Hicks' top 10 sexiest fragrances in my entire collection for 2025. We're gonna do this video every year. and see how it updates. So, like I said, she kind of retired a couple of them, Aqua di Joe Absolute and Blue de Chanel Parfum. She loves them still, but she kind of said, you know, it's time to make way for some new guys. And that's what she did. All right, so y'all let me know, fellas, ladies, what do your partners love on you? What does your husband, your boyfriend, your love interest is love on you guys? Drop them down below in the comments. All right, so appreciate y'all for watching. Thank y'all for all the love and support. I do not take it for granted at all. I really appreciate y'all. All right, so until next time, be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. As always, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes only. Splack it up, splack it down, splack that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world is exactly what you are going to get back. All right, peace, y'all. Till next time, splack.